Good morning, everyone. This is our report. Our report is all about lesson 6.1, 7-step moral reasoning model. Moral reasoning, the study of how people think about right and wrong and how they acquire and apply moral rules. Moral reasoning is the process of thinking about right and wrong and how to apply moral rules in a given situation. It involves analyzing complex issues, considering different perspectives, and making informed decisions. 7-step moral reasoning model. A model of making ethical decisions with the use of reasons and impartiality on moral matters. Doing the 7-step moral reasoning model. Step 1. Gather the fact, most bearing on the issue at hand. What is the dilemma? Step moral reasoning model. This model provides a structured approach to making ethical decisions. Here is a breakdown of each step. Step 1. Gather the fact. What is the dilemma? The dilemma is identify the key facts relevant to the issue. Second, where and when did the dilemma begin? Understand the context and circumstances surrounding the dilemma. Step 2. Identify the stakeholders. Identify the stakeholders in the obligations toward them. Who would be most affected by this dilemma and why? Step 3. Articulate the dilemma. Clarify the variables of the dilemma. Consider the reliability and credibility of the people providing the facts. Consider the basis of the supposed facts. If the person giving you the information says he or she personally heard or saw something, evaluate that person in terms of honesty, accuracy, and memory. Step 4. List the alternatives. Generate possible outcomes, including extreme outcomes, win or loss, and compromise options, win to win. Step 5. Compare alternatives with moral frameworks. Evaluate the alternatives using different moral frameworks such as Aristotle's virtue ethics, Thomas Aquinas' teleological ethics, Immanuel Kant's deontological ethics, and Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill's utilitarianism, and John Rawls' justice ethics. Step 6. Determine the most appropriate actions. Decide on the most moral course of actions and consider the clash between reasons and feeling. Step 7. Double check the decision. Moral judgment should be based on good reasons. Second, it should be valid and sound. Third, it should be enabling and liberating and well-developed our potentials.
What is the moral thing?
Moral decision making. Exercise using the 7-step moral reasoning model. Case. Michael had several friends including Roger and Daniel. Roger has recently met and started dating a wonderful lady named Phyllis. He is convinced this is a long-term relation. Unknown to Roger, Michael observed them at a restaurant several days ago and realized Phyllis is the wife of his other friend Daniel. Michael is deciding whether to tell Roger that Phyllis is married when he received a call from Daniel. Daniel suspects his wife is having an affair since Daniel and his wife share many friends and contacts with Michael. Daniel asks if Michael has heard anything regarding an affair. Step 1. Gather the facts. Most bearing on the issue at hand. What is the dilemma? Whether Michael should tell Daniel that his wife cheating on him. Tell Roger that he's dating a married woman, or keep his discovery of Phyllis and adultery a secret. Where and when did the dilemma begin? When Michael discovered that his friend Roger is dating Phyllis, the wife of another friend of his, Daniel, at restaurant. Why? Why is dilemma? Because of Michael's friendship to Daniel and Roger, either or both whom would be heartbroken if they knew the truth. Step 2. Identify the stakeholders. Identify the stakeholders and the obligation towards them. Who would be the most affected by this dilemma and why? Daniel, Phyllis, husband, and his friends of Michael. And so is Roger, who's dating Phyllis. In my opinion, his marriage to Phyllis means Daniel is the one who will be the most affected and have the most to lose from Phyllis' betrayal. Roger is only dating Phyllis, which means the relation at best is only temporary. He can always date another one without the social or legal consequences. And his ignorance of Phyllis' marriage means he is the one that is the most guiltless in this. Step 3. Articulate the dilemma. Clarify the variables of dilemma. If Michael tells Daniel his discovery, Daniel's and Phyllis will have fight. And worse, their marriage is over. If Michael tells Roger his discovery, worse, that good is that Roger stops dating Phyllis and dates someone else. If Michael keeps his discovery to himself, Phyllis will continue her betrayal of Daniel, and her relationship with Roger blossom, which, if allowed to continue, will result in an even worse outcome in the future. Daniel and Phyllis' marriage ends. But there is no assurance that will mean happy ending for Roger and Phyllis. It might be that Roger will decide to leave Phyllis since he can no longer trust her. If she can betray a husband once, why not another? Step 4. List the alternatives. Give 3 possible outcomes. The two extreme outcomes where one side wins, the another loses either way. 1. Michael tells Daniel. Daniel gets hurt and Daniel Phyllis' marriage ends. Number 2. Michael tells Roger. Roger gets hurt and Roger leaves Phyllis. 1. Compromise win. Option where every party is satisfied. 3. Michael goes to Phyllis, tell her to end her illicit affair with Roger and be the wife that Daniel deserved. Maybe even encourage her husband to move and start a new life somewhere else where no one knows them.
You done?
Step 5. Compare the alternatives with the principle or moral frameworks. Moral frameworks, the alternatives are evaluated based on various moral frameworks. Example, Aristotle, virtue ethics, alternative 1 and 2 are considered acceptable. Thomas Aquinas' theological ethic, other alternatives are considered acceptable. Immanuel Kant's theological ethics, alternative 1 and 2 are considered acceptable. Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill's utilitarianism, alternative 3 is considered the most acceptable. John Rawls' justice ethics, alternative 3 is considered as acceptable. Step 6. Determine the most appropriate action. Based on the moral frameworks, Michael decided that the most appropriate action is to save Daniel and Phyllis' marriage by ending Phyllis' affair with Roger. Michael chose a combination of alternative 2 and 3 where he would talk to both Roger and Phyllis to end the affair. This approach promotes the well-being of all parties involved and aims to promote a positive outcome. The moral thing to do in this situation is to promotize honesty, empathy, and the preservation of relationships by addressing the issue directly and encouraging police to end their affair. Michael can help prevent further harm and potentially save Daniel and Phyllis' marriage. Step 7. Double check the decisions. In this step, Michael reflects on his decision to withhold information from Daniel about Phyllis' affair and instead talk to Phyllis and Roger about ending the relationship. He considered the moral implication of this choice. Michael's reflection demonstrates his commitment to making a thoughtful and principled decision by considering multiple perspectives and potential outcomes. He aims to make a choice that promotes the well-being of all parties involved.